Good morning. It's my third day hiking the Red River Gorge, and spots are a little muddy, but I'm hoping to be able to do this and not get myself all mudded up right at the beginning. I decided to wear just tennis shoes, and the reason I decided that is because of the weight factor. After my foot surgery, my shoes fit a little different, and so I'm wearing a size 12 shoe. My current hikers are a size 12. They just weigh a little more. What I'd like to do is I'd like to keep my feet comfortable and not be clunking around. The goal today is to do, anywhere from 10 to 12 miles on this trail. 38 degrees right now, and primarily downhill. There should only be about 400 feet of up elevation, which should make for a nice day hiking. It's kind of difficult to capture the enormity of these gorges and cliff ledges, but what we have here is probably like 80 to 100 foot trees. They're sitting on a rock ledge, and these ledges are as deep as what the tree is tall. So for perspective, here's me for height, standing about at that height, and then just kind of get an idea of how tall that is. So that really is the beauty of hiking the Red River Gorge, is that you have these big ledges. Generally the gorges are working around these tall rock cliffs. This area is just as famous for hiking as it is for rock climbing. Rock climbers they flock to this area. We're working our way down to the river. When I get down to the river, I am looking to make a connection with Sheltowee Trail. The Sheltowee Trace Trail goes all the way through the Daniel Boone National Forest. It's about 330 miles long. And the markers that you're looking for, I'm going to show you, are those markers right there. It's a white diamond. And I'll be honest, if you're accustomed to hiking on the Appalachian Trail, the markers are not going to be as frequent and as consistent as what they are on the Appalachian Trail. But if you have a good GPS, that should keep you out of trouble as far as getting lost. Sorry, this descent's a little steep. But just use common sense as far as what kind of gear you have with you, so that if you do get lost, you can take care of things and not endanger yourself. Great area to hike. The descent that I'm making is pretty steep, and I have not yet come across anybody. It's been really nice. It's been a little while since it has rained, so I'm going to show you the river. The river looks really, really nice, and that was kind of the goal of today's hike, was after being on the river yesterday, I wanted to be a little more on the river. So I'm going to turn it around here. This is what we're looking at. This river is just crystal clear this time of the year. It's beautiful. There's those diamonds we talked about. And it's apparent that this is a river crossing. So I'm going to attempt to do it with my phone in hand. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This feeds down this hillside into this. I'm going to walk through this, see how we do. I like to keep my shoes dry. That would be nice. It's been a minute since it's rained here, so I think we should be able to keep the shoes pretty dry. So I have two options. A little bit of wet here, or over here I think we can go all the way dry. But it looks like there's more stepping rocks here. As you can tell by my shadow, I'm carrying my sticks when I should be using them right now. But we'll make it work. Just pick your way through. There we go. So this part here goes to Coomer Ridge. And that is not the way I want to go. I want to go right and continue on the rough trail. Two successful river crossings, and now we are following the river. Still not officially on the Sheltowee Trace, but I will be pretty soon. Just gotta follow this for a little more. So quiet. Just trying to figure out the best approach here to cross this river. This has some stones, that has logs. I think I'm more likely to slip off a log. I'll just work these stones. As long as they're fairly solid, we can do it. You always want to test them first. Just kind of see where they're at. That's a goal over there. And hopefully not get wet. This is going to be a little bit of a stretch, but I think I can do it. As long as I'm solid here and my transition is good. Like that. Planted real good here. Kind of stretched out a little. There. Ooh, that one moves. That one's just under the water. And there is not another rock to get me across. That stinks. So that means I gotta go back. Not the end of the world. I'd rather fiddle with this a little bit and stay dry. Just because it's early, so I'm gonna do the same thing in reverse. Hopefully stay on this rock. There, made that one. Across to that one. Oh, okay. I guess it's logs. Not my favorite, but logs it is. The log. Thing is, these logs can shift. I'd rather be on a rock than a log. See that? See how that log will move? But I made her. Up and up and up. This is kind of interesting. Since I jumped on the Sheltowee trace, they have the white, which you see right here, that white diamond. But they've added this, and I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a turtle or an overweight person in a snowsuit. Who knows? Maybe Daniel Boone liked turtles. But it does differentiate the Sheltowee trace from the others. I just climbed up out of the river on the Sheltowee trace. Probably a gain of about 450 feet or so. So nothing terrible. There's an awesome little campsite here. I'd like to show it to you. You're kind of up on the top. You can see that ridge across the way. Somebody took the time to collect a bunch of firewood, and that's awesome. And that little sign there is just talking about the rules and regulations for camping in this area. So kind of a neat spot, good spot to stop. It's mid-morning and I'm about 3 miles in. A little bit of a road hike here. That is the Gray's Arch picnic area. So you basically come across this road here and you jump back into the woods. How do we know we're on the right spot? Well, look at this diamond mark. Boom. A little bit of a road hike here. Road hikes are not really my favorite, but there's no other way to get across the expressway. And the expressway here is called the 9000. So, road hike it is, until I learn how to fly. I'm going to stop here and filter some water because I don't know how long it's going to be till the next. So I'm going to do something called camel up, which means I'm going to filter some water, but I'm going to drink the water that I filter, and that way you're not carrying you know, an extra half a liter. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. Sheltowee Trace at Whittleton Branch Trail. I know you hear it all the time, but it is impossible to explain to you how gorgeous these rock formations are along this river. That rock is probably at least 40 feet across and probably 40 feet high, and obviously fell down off of the ridge. And this is this kind of a riverbed area, but I'm hiking up about 20 feet off of it. Just a gorgeous spot. I'm going to close out my video here. It's been great hiking. Past 3 days have been awesome Red River Gorge experience. I'm glad that I came the time of the year that I did, because the terrain was much more visible and very unique area. If you ever consider doing some hiking, there are more trails than a person could do in probably 2 weeks. Lots of hiking, lots of camping opportunities, good day hikes, more difficult hikes for those that like something a little more challenging. But wanted to just give a little heads up. I have 2 or 3 other videos that I'm going to upload. One was a trip from last October where I went to the Amazon and spent some time on the Amazon River. Then on that same trip, I have a little side trip. I went to Machu Picchu, and I'd like to make a video of that also. And then another kind of personal video about going to Mexico. That was about 8 weeks ago, with some things that I'll share in the video. Hope to see you next time. Thank you for joining. If you share this video, any comments are appreciated. Till next time, happy trails.